Hello, happy Friday. Yes, it's Friday. I am finally jumping on to do my meal planning video. I did actually sit down and do my meal planning on a Wednesday night, but I didn't feel like doing a video. So it's been, I guess with all of the work going on in our master bathroom and so many people coming in and out of the house, and I'm still trying to work and focus, it's been a little hectic this week. So I am actually doing my meal planning this week. This is going to be the last meal planning video I do for a couple of weeks because I'm going to take some time off. We've got some trips coming up. So I figured, you know what, I'm just going to take a break. I'll probably still plan some meals for the times that we're going to be here, but I won't be doing the meal planning videos or anything like that. But what you can do in the meantime is I will go ahead and share my screen and show you. If you go to the What's Working Here website, and if you go under meal plans, you can look up all my hundreds of meal plans. I have them for 21 Day Fix Extreme, which is a carb cycling, 2B mindset, my 80-day obsession ones. There's a whole carb cycling section. Clean week, if you're just getting started, that's a really nice, easy one to start with. Lift 4, Transform 20, and of course the portion picks. So there's tons to keep you busy while I'm away. But this week I am doing a carb cycling meal plan. So before vacation, my husband and I usually do carb cycle, and I found that it works very well just to kind of get rid of some of the fluff and firm up a little bit before vacation, especially a beach vacation. I haven't done it in a while, so I'm hoping that it will be quite effective. There have been some times where we've had like a March event and then another event in June, and so it's kind of been where we carb cycled really close together, and I feel like the second time it didn't work as well because then your body's kind of like, hey, what are you doing? So it works best. I think they say you should wait at least 3 months before doing it again, so it's been quite a while since I did it. So I am looking forward, well, I'm not really looking forward to it, to be honest. It's going to be one of those things where I love food. I love to plan my meals and pick out recipes and things that are going to be really good. And so those carb cycling days, it's just going to be, I'm eating to fuel my body. It's not going to be for enjoyment. So if you'll look, show you a couple other things here. So I mentioned that there's some carb cycling meal plans. I'll show you those. But if you go to the What's Working Here, the resource library, and you enter the password, if you're a subscriber, you'll have the password in your email. And you scroll down, there is a section under food, under carb cycling. So there's two different things. There's a carb cycling foods to eat and avoid guide. So it tells you, Autumn and Portion Fix has kind of said, here are the foods that I like to eat when I carb cycle. Here are the foods that I avoid, like dairy and things like that might cause some bloat. And then there's also meal plan templates. So for plan A through F, I have different meal plan templates. And then also, if you go to my archive, so like I clicked here under meal plans and then carb cycling, you can visit the archives, and I think I have 10 different carb cycling menus. Some of them might be a meal plan A and some of them might be a meal plan B. The one I'm doing this week is a meal plan B for my carb cycling menu. So what I did is I actually went, I think I loaded up this one. So I clicked on this one, popped it open, and then just kind of filled it in as I went. So I'll take you through what I did. And what I do, so like if you're doing 21 Day Fix Extreme, you can do the carb cycling meal plan along with it. So what she usually does is it's 1 day of regular eating and then 2 days of carb cycling. So basically low carb, you get one yellow container and that's it. No fruits, no other yellow containers for that day, at least on plan B. But you'll notice it's not like you're starving. You're still eating. And you may be eating even more than what you eat on a regular day. So if you kind of see them side by side here, I'm getting 4 greens still. 4 greens. And then I'm getting, you're upping your protein. So I think I get 7 servings of protein. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 more proteins than normal, and then also an extra, I get 4 teaspoons normally, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an extra teaspoon. So a little bit extra fat and a little bit of extra protein, and then you're kind of leaning out those carbs. So you're not starving or anything like that. But I do find that it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm a carb girl, so taking my carbs away is difficult, and then a lot of meat. I don't do a lot of meat, so I try to do my best. And what I do to make it simple is I just make my carb cycling days the same thing. So I'll usually kind of do some meal prep these different items. So then it's just go grab it, heat it up, and eat it. And like I said, when I'm carb cycling, I'm eating to fuel my body, and I have a goal in mind, and that's why I'm doing it. So I showed you the different menus here that are available on the website. So just going through, Sunday, the 4th of July is going to be a normal day. Oh, I was explaining, so if you're doing 21-day fix extreme and you wanted to carb cycle, she has it carved out where it's 1 normal day, 2 carb cycling days, and then 1 normal day for 3 weeks. So I tried that one time. It did not work well for me for a long-term thing. I found that usually 1 week, I think this one's going to be a little bit longer just because how we leave on our trip. And so I was like, okay, I want to start right after the 4th of July and then kind of back it up to our trip that we have coming up. So I am doing a little bit longer than I normally do, but for me, 3 weeks was just too long. I didn't like it as much. So you could do the 3 weeks. I usually do like the week before my trip is how I do it. And it still works great because I found that when I was doing it for the longer period of time, like those extra 2 weeks, I was over it. I'm like, I need my carbs. I can't, yeah. So you can also do, instead of 2 days of carb cycling, 1 regular day, you can reverse it and you can do 2 regular days, 1 day of carb cycling. So kind of play with it. If you've never done it before, if you have questions, let me know. I'm happy to help you. Since I have so many menus of it, we've been doing it for a few years now, and it's worked really well, especially before like a vacation or something like that. So I kind of have my menu planned out for a little bit more than the next week because, like I mentioned, I'm backing it up to our vacation. We don't leave till the next Tuesday. So I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and back it up. I'm sure I'll probably have to make an extra trip to the store because what usually happens with eating all this food, like you get it all fresh and you kind of cook it and then it's like, oh, we're kind of running out of food, and then you need to go get some more. So that's just what happens. So Sunday is the 4th of July. I've got a ham and spinach omelet with some hash browns on the list. To be honest, I might make some waffles too with some strawberries and blueberries. A salad or sandwich, we'll probably have something out. And then I'm going to make a spinach watermelon salad. That's a good one and has the spinach, and then of course your watermelon with some blueberries. If you want to get fancy for 4th of July, you can cut your watermelon up into star shapes. Yes, I've done that before. And then it's got the feta cheese on there for the white, so that one's fun. And then we're going over to a friend's house for a barbecue, and so yeah, I'll probably have some extra, save some treats for that day as well. I think I'm going to make some red, white, and blue Jell-O shots too, so that should be fun. So that is Sunday, and then the next 2 days will be my carb cycling days. And like I said, I just picked the same things. I am still going to have my Shakeology. I have the vegan Shakeology, so it doesn't have any dairy in it. So I'll do my Shakeology, but instead of putting my banana in it, which I really like for the texture, I'll be adding the MCT oil. And then we usually do eggs and oatmeal, and then turkey meatballs. I sometimes add a little bit of marinara for my turkey meatballs. Sometimes I'll buy those frozen. Just make sure you read the package to see kind of what's in them to make sure it's not a lot of extra stuff. I will bake up some fish with some asparagus, olive oil, some ground turkey with some zucchini. Like I said, I'll just kind of meal prep it all out into containers, and so then it's just kind of grab and get something to eat and go. I'll cook some chicken with some green beans. Sometimes I do chicken and mushrooms. And then the one thing that I do look forward to is the beef and butternut squash stew, which is from, it's a recipe from 21 Day Fix. You can look it up in the program materials there. That one's actually good because the butternut squash tastes like a carb. I'm like, oh yay, it tastes like it has that carb texture. So I actually do look forward to that one. That one's really good. So like I said, for all my carb cycling days, I just have the same thing just to make it easy. And sometimes, sometimes I don't get it all in, but I try to. So I might end up just grabbing like the turkey meatballs and then adding a vegetable with it. Or if I have extra chicken, then I can kind of mix it up and just make sure I have everything on hand. Wednesday is a normal day. I'm going to have the same meal too, just so that it's easy, kind of buy the same thing and use it twice throughout the week. And then I'm going to do a beef and broccoli stir fry, so that's still nice and clean, with some brown rice. So still nice and clean there to keep up with the carb cycling. And then I decided I'm going to have that for breakfast, for lunch, and then copy it for dinner as well, just because I think we might get one more day that has, that's not a carb cycling day, so I didn't want to have a bunch of food left over. And then the beef and broccoli, minus the rice, we can carry that over. I can make enough to where we could also use it for our carb cycling days. Thursday is another carb cycling day, as well as Friday. And then Friday is when we would usually eat out, but we're not going to that day. But Saturday we will eat out. So like I said, I kept the same meal too. We'll work in like a salad or a sandwich for Saturday. Keeping the spinach watermelon salad. And then Saturdays we usually eat out. So I'll eat out, but I won't, I'll keep it clean with my eating out. I won't make it something crazy to where I kind of ruin everything. So I'll choose things that don't bloat me, like rice, potatoes, some lean meat, vegetables, those sort of things. And then one of the things that I know I ate a lot whenever I was like being really strict during like 80-day obsession was we have a local barbecue place, and so I would get like their turkey breast, smoked turkey breast, some green beans. What did I get for the side? I don't know. And then some kind of carb, I don't know. But I'll pick a carb there that I would say macaroni is probably my choice, but I won't choose that this time. So probably like the turkey and the green beans, and then like a baked potato or something like that. Sunday we'll carb cycle again, and then Monday we will carb cycle as well. Was that right? Because we leave on Tuesday. I thought I was going to carb cycle on Tuesday. I might have to adjust this a tiny bit. But so that's kind of how I've done my meal plan for the next couple of weeks. Again, if you need resources for carb cycling, you can check the resource library, or you can go to the menu archives under meal plans and look it up there. But that is kind of what we are doing for the next week or so, and then we'll be off on vacation, so I will not be sharing a new menu for a couple of weeks. And my newsletter, I won't be having a new newsletter for a couple weeks as well. But hope you guys are having a great summer. And if you have any questions or anything about meal planning, let me know.